Welcome to Healthy Aging Bites, the YouTube channel where we bring you science-backed, practical, and easy-to-follow tips on nutrition and healthy living, specifically designed for adults over 60. I'm Dr. Richard Miller, a senior nutrition specialist with over 25 years of experience working at top wellness centers across Florida and California. Throughout my career, I've worked with thousands of older adults, and one question keeps coming up again and again. I eat oatmeal every day. Why isn't my health improving? If you're someone who enjoys a wholesome breakfast with oatmeal, then this is one video you don't want to miss. Today, I want to share a real-life story, and chances are, you might see yourself in it. Evelyn, a 70-year-old woman from Oregon, is incredibly health conscious. Every morning, without fail, she prepares a warm bowl of oatmeal topped with a drizzle of honey and a few banana slices. No pastries, no fried food, no coffee. She proudly called it her perfect breakfast. But nearly 2 years into this habit, Evelyn visited my clinic feeling tired, gaining unexplained weight, and her lab work showed her blood sugar creeping into the pre-diabetic range. She was shocked. "Doctor, I eat so clean. I avoid sweets completely. I don't understand how this could happen." After we carefully reviewed her daily meals, here's what we discovered. That healthy bowl of oatmeal she ate every morning actually contained around 30 grams of sugar, the same as a can of soda. VD. She was eating double the recommended portion, and not including any protein or healthy fat to balance the meal. Chade. She was cooking her oats in milk from the start, which made the texture thick and starchy, leading to faster digestion and a blood sugar spike after eating. And Evelyn is not alone. I've seen hundreds of cases just like hers, and chances are you may be making one or more of these same mistakes without even realizing it. In today's video, I'll walk you through 10 of the most common oatmeal mistakes, little things that could be quietly sabotaging your heart health, body weight, blood sugar levels, and even your immune system, which becomes more important as we age. Now, you might be thinking, but isn't oatmeal good for you? Absolutely, oatmeal is a superfood when eaten the right way. But like any powerful tool, if used incorrectly, it can backfire. In this video, you'll learn why over 80% of older adults are unknowingly misusing oatmeal, how even a tiny spoon of honey or brown sugar can increase your risk of type 2 diabetes, and how to rescue your breakfast bowl, turning oatmeal into a true anti-aging, blood sugar stabilizing, and weight-friendly meal, LIT. Before we dive in, if you find this topic helpful, please take a second to hit like, share this video with friends or loved ones, and subscribe to Healthy Aging Bites. Your support helps us create more valuable content tailored to healthy living after 60. And I promise by the end of this video, you'll never look at your morning bowl of oatmeal the same way again. You'll know exactly which type of oats to choose, how to cook them, how much to eat, what to pair them with, and most importantly, what to absolutely avoid. So let's get started with the number one most common mistake and probably the sneakiest one. It's just a little sugar. What harm could it do? Let's find out right now. Number one, it's just a little sugar. What harm could it do? At first glance, a drizzle of honey, a spoonful of maple syrup, or a handful of raisins might seem innocent enough, especially when it's going on top of something as healthy as oatmeal. After all, it's just a little bit, right? But here's the truth. Even a little bit of added sugar in your morning oatmeal can quickly turn a superfood into a sugar bomb, especially for older adults. Let's break it down. How that little bit adds up. Many older adults top their oats with what they believe are natural sweeteners: honey, agave, brown sugar, dried fruits, thinking it's better than white sugar. But here's what we often overlook. 1 tablespoon of honey equals approximately 17 grams of sugar. A handful of raisins equals approximately 15 grams of sugar. Flavored oat packets can contain 15-20 grams of sugar per serving. If you combine just 1 or 2 of these ingredients, you're looking at 30-40 grams of sugar in one bowl, about the same as a can of soda. Now ask yourself, would you drink a soda for breakfast every day? Why this matters more after 60. As we age, our ability to regulate blood sugar becomes more sensitive. our pancreas slows down and insulin response becomes less efficient. That means sugar spikes happen faster, crashes come harder, and the long-term impact on the body becomes more damaging. Eating a high-sugar breakfast sets off a domino effect. Blood sugar spikes, insulin surges, sugar crashes follow. You feel tired, irritable, and hungry again sooner than you should. Over time, this pattern contributes to weight gain around the belly, insulin resistance, and even type 2 diabetes. Real life example. Barbara, age 68, Atlanta, Georgia. Barbara started her mornings with oatmeal, topped with honey and bananas. She thought it was the healthiest choice, and in many ways, it was. But she couldn't figure out why she was gaining weight or why she always felt sluggish an hour after breakfast. We looked at her meal together, and I pointed out, "Barbara, you're eating more sugar in your oatmeal than in a glazed donut." That shocked her. We adjusted her recipe, swapped honey for a few slices of fresh strawberries, added a sprinkle of cinnamon for sweetness, included a scoop of Greek yogurt for protein. Within 2 weeks, Barbara noticed. She had more energy throughout the morning, her sugar cravings in the afternoon disappeared, and her blood glucose levels started to stabilize. Simple swaps to reduce sugar but keep the flavor. Don't worry, I'm not telling you to eat bland oatmeal forever. You can still enjoy delicious bowls without all the sugar. Here's how. Use ripe banana slices, apples, or fresh berries for natural sweetness. Add ground cinnamon or vanilla extract to enhance flavor. Top with unsweetened nut butters or crushed nuts for richness. Avoid flavored oat packets. Choose plain rolled or steel-cut oats. And remember, your taste buds will adjust. After a week or two without added sugar, you'll start to enjoy the real, natural flavor of oats and fruit. Takeaway from mistake number 1. Even a healthy bowl of oatmeal can turn against you if it's loaded with sugar. It's not about completely avoiding sweetness, it's about understanding how much is too much and choosing smarter sources that work with your body, not against it. In the next part of the video, we'll uncover another seemingly harmless habit that's silently spiking your blood sugar. Mistake number 2. Choosing flavored instant oatmeal, the convenience trap. Huge, stay with me, we'll explore that next. Number 2. Choosing flavored instant oatmeal, the convenience trap. We live in a world where convenience is king, and nowhere is that more true than in the breakfast aisle. With busy schedules or limited energy in the morning, it's easy to reach for that little packet labeled maple and brown sugar, apple cinnamon, or strawberries and cream. But let me ask you this. If something cooks in 60 seconds and tastes like dessert, do you really think it's still healthy? Let's take a closer look. What's hiding in that flavored packet? Pre-flavored instant oatmeal might save time, but it often comes at a hidden cost to your health. Most packets contain 15 to 20 grams of added sugar, often more than a glazed donut, artificial flavors and colors to mimic the taste of real fruit, preservatives, and sodium to extend shelf life, hydrogenated oils in some varieties, increasing bad cholesterol, highly processed oats, which digest quickly and spike blood sugar faster. The label may say heart healthy or made with whole grains, but don't be fooled. These are often marketing tricks that distract from the real ingredients inside. How flavored oats impact older adults. For people over 60, the effects are magnified. Blood, sugar, spikes, followed by fatigue and irritability. Insulin resistance worsens over time. Inflammation increases, impacting joints, heart, and even cognitive function. And despite eating a healthy breakfast, you may find yourself hungry again within an hour or two. It's a vicious cycle, one that starts with a single packet and builds day by day. Real life story. Thomas, age 71, Tampa, Florida. Thomas had recently switched to oatmeal after retiring. He proudly told me, "Doc, I eat oatmeal every morning now. Apple, cinnamon, no more bacon or eggs." I applauded his effort, but asked to see the label of the packet he used. It had 18 grams of sugar and just 3 grams of protein. I explained to Thomas, "You've traded saturated fat for sugar and zero satiety. That's not the upgrade you think it is." We made a new plan. Swap the flavored packet for plain rolled oats. Add real apple slices and a dash of cinnamon. Include walnuts and a boiled egg for protein and healthy fat. In just a month, Thomas said, "I feel fuller, longer, my blood sugar's better, and I don't crave snacks mid-morning anymore." How to ditch flavored packets without sacrificing flavor. You don't have to give up taste to give up the sugar. Try this. Use steel cut or rolled oats as your base. Add fresh or frozen fruit like berries, banana, or chopped pear. Sprinkle in cinnamon, nutmeg, or ginger for depth. Finish with a spoonful of nut butter or seeds for richness. If needed, add a tiny drizzle of raw honey, not from the start, but after you've tasted it. This way, you're in control of every ingredient, and your oats go from store-bought filler to homemade fuel. Takeaway from mistake number 2. Just because it says oatmeal doesn't mean it's healthy. If it comes with flavors, preservatives, and sugar built in, it's not real oatmeal, it's a processed product wearing a healthy disguise. Make the switch to real oats, and your body, especially your heart, brain, and blood sugar, will thank you. Up next, we'll uncover a mistake that even the healthiest eaters often overlook, and it explains why many seniors feel hungry again just an hour after eating oatmeal. Number 3, skipping protein while your oatmeal feels empty. Let's explore that in the next section. Mistake number 3, skipping protein while your oatmeal feels empty. Here's a question I often ask my patients over 60. What do you put in your oatmeal? The most common answer? Fruit, cinnamon, sometimes honey, and that's it. What's missing from that list? Protein. And that missing piece is often the reason why you feel hungry again before lunch, crave snacks mid-morning, struggle with low energy or brain fog, or notice a slow, gradual loss of muscle over time. Let's dig into why skipping protein with your oats is a mistake, especially in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. Oatmeal alone isn't a balanced meal. Yes, oatmeal contains fiber, antioxidants, and some vitamins, but it's still primarily a carbohydrate. And while carbs are great for energy, they need to be paired with protein to create a balanced, sustaining meal. Without protein, oatmeal digests faster, leading to quick blood sugar spikes, leaves you hungry sooner, doesn't support muscle maintenance, which is critical as we age. Why protein is crucial. After 60. After age 60, our bodies naturally begin to lose muscle mass, a condition known as sarcopenia. This process slows metabolism, increases fall risk, and reduces strength and mobility. To fight back, older adults need more protein than they did in their younger years, not less. Including protein in your breakfast is the first line of defense, and oatmeal by itself doesn't provide enough. Real life story. Linda, age 66, Boise, Idaho. Linda was frustrated. She started every morning with oatmeal and fruit, but still felt sluggish and was gaining weight despite trying to eat clean. When I asked about her breakfast protein, she said, "I thought oats had protein. Isn't that enough?" We ran the numbers. 1/2 cup of oats equals only about 5 grams of protein, far below the 15-20 grams she needed to start her day. We revamped her breakfast by adding a scoop of plain Greek yogurt, a tablespoon of chia seeds, and a few slices of almonds or walnuts. Just like that, she was getting 15+ grams of protein and noticed, "I finally feel full till lunch, and I don't get those sugar crashes anymore." Easy ways to add protein to your oatmeal. Adding protein doesn't mean overhauling your entire routine. Just make small, smart additions like chia seeds, 5g protein per 2 tablespoons, Greek yogurt, 10-15 g per serving, nut butters, peanut, almond, cashew, 7-8 g per 2 tablespoons, boiled eggs on the side, 6 g per egg, protein powder, unsweetened, high quality, especially plant-based options for seniors. Even adding milk instead of water can help boost your protein count as long as it's added after cooking, not before. Remember mistake number 8. Takeaway from mistake number 3. Oatmeal without protein is like building a house without a frame. It might look good at first, but it won't stand strong. By simply pairing your oats with protein, you'll stay full longer, avoid energy crashes, maintain your strength, and protect your muscle mass as you age. Coming up next, we'll tackle a surprising mistake: the idea that if some oatmeal is good, then more must be better. Mistake number 4, eating too much oatmeal in one sitting when healthy turns heavy. Let's talk about that in the next section. Mistake number 4, eating too much oatmeal in one sitting when healthy turns heavy. We've all heard the saying, too much of a good thing can be a bad thing. Oatmeal is no exception. It's common to think if oatmeal is heart, healthy, full of fiber, and great for cholesterol, then the more I eat, the better, right? Not quite. Portion size matters. Especially as we age, overeating even healthy foods can lead to problems from unwanted weight gain to digestive issues. How much is too much? Many people mistakenly fill a bowl with 1 full cup of dry oats or more, then load it up with bananas, nut butter, seeds, and maybe even honey or granola. What seems like a super healthy breakfast can easily top 600-700 calories more than a fast food combo meal. And if you're not physically active or burning that energy, it ends up stored often as belly fat. The senior digestive system needs lighter meals. As we get older, digestion slows down. Eating large amounts of fiber-rich foods like oats all at once can cause bloating, gas, and indigestion, make you feel sluggish or overly full for hours, interfere with nutrient absorption, especially iron and zinc. You may think you're nourishing your body, but you could actually be overwhelming it. Real life example: George, age 73, San Diego, California. George was proud of his Power Bowl breakfast. It had oats, peanut butter, honey, chia seeds, almond milk, and sliced bananas, all in generous amounts. He told me, "I eat clean, but I feel heavy all morning. I've actually gained weight since switching to oatmeal." After reviewing his portions, we realized he was consuming over 700 calories just in breakfast and had no room left for hunger cues or lunch. We cut his oats down to 1/2 cup dry, approximately 150 calories. Balanced it with fresh fruit, a few crushed walnuts, a scoop of plain Greek yogurt. After a month, George had more energy, lost 4 pounds, and told me, "I feel lighter and more in control." What's the ideal oatmeal portion for older adults? Stick with 1/3 to 1/2 cup of dry oats, 30-40 grams. After cooking, it becomes a full bowl, about 1 cup. When topped with fresh fruit, a few seeds or nuts, and a protein source, it's satisfying without being too heavy. Remember, your breakfast should energize you, not exhaust you. Takeaway from mistake number 4: even healthy foods have a sweet spot. More isn't always better, especially when it comes to energy-dense meals like oatmeal. Keep your portions reasonable, and you'll enjoy all the benefits of oats without the hidden side effects. Up next, we'll cover a lesser-known but powerful tip that can boost your nutrient absorption and digestive comfort. Mistake number 5: not soaking your oats, missing the nutrient unlock step. Let's dive into that next. Mistake number 5: not soaking your oats, missing the nutrient unlock step. If you're like most people, you probably scoop your oats straight into a pot or bowl, add liquid, heat, and eat. Simple, right? But what if I told you that a little step the night before could make your oats easier to digest, more nutritious, and gentler on your body, especially as you age? That step is soaking. Skipping this simple process means you might be missing out on key nutrients your body needs and could even be blocking their absorption without realizing it. Let me explain why. The phytic acid problem. Whole grains like oats contain a natural compound called phytic acid. While it's there to protect the seed, it has a downside. Phytic acid binds to minerals like iron, zinc, and calcium and prevents your body from absorbing them. For seniors who often already struggle with nutrient absorption, this becomes a big deal. Over time, it can contribute to low iron, fatigue, shortness of breath, weak bones due to calcium loss, Poor immune function from zinc deficiency. Why soaking works. Soaking oats in liquid for 6-8 hours, ideally overnight, helps break down phytic acid, pre-soften the oats for easier digestion, activate natural enzymes that improve nutrient availability, reduce bloating and discomfort, especially in older adults with sensitive digestion. It's like giving your oats a pre-digestive warm-up so your body can do less work in the morning. Real life story. Carol, age 70, Denver, Colorado. Carol came to me complaining of bloating after breakfast even though she was eating clean. Her go-to was cooked rolled oats with fruit and nuts. She was doing everything right except for one thing. She wasn't soaking her oats. We made one simple change. She started soaking her oats overnight in almond milk with a dash of lemon juice. In the morning, she either ate them cold or gently warmed them up. Within a week, Carol said, "I feel lighter after breakfast, no more bloating, and I actually enjoy prepping them the night before." How to soak oats the right way. Basic overnight oats recipe. 1/2 cup rolled oats. 1/2 cup water or plant-based milk, optional. 1 teaspoon chia seeds. A splash of lemon juice helps break down phytic acid. Cover and refrigerate overnight, 6-8 hours. In the morning, add fresh fruit, yogurt, cinnamon, or nuts. Eat cold or warm gently, but avoid boiling again. Still cut oats. Soak in hot water overnight, then simmer in the morning for a shorter time. Takeaway from mistake number 5. Skipping the soak is like locking away your nutrition and throwing out the key. If you want to get the most out of your oatmeal, especially the iron, zinc, and magnesium your body needs, give it a head start by soaking it. It's a small habit that pays off big in digestion, energy, and nutrient absorption. Next, we'll move on to a surprising mistake that's the opposite of undercooking. Mistake number 6, undercooking oats when your breakfast works against you. Coming up in the next section. Mistake number 6, undercooking oats when your breakfast works against you. We've talked about soaking your oats to unlock their nutrients, but what if you're still not cooking them long enough? Many people assume that once oats soften a little, they're good to go. Especially with rolled oats or quick oats, it's tempting to cut corners. They look soft enough, I'll just microwave them for 60 seconds and eat. But here's the problem. Undercooked oats can be harder to digest, less nutritious, and more irritating to your gut, especially as we age. Let's talk about why cooking oats properly is just as important as choosing the right kind. What happens when oats are undercooked? When oats aren't fully cooked, the fibers remain too coarse, making them harder to break down. Beta-glucan, the heart-healthy fiber in oats, doesn't fully release or activate. The starch stays resistant, which can ferment in your gut and cause gas or bloating. Key minerals like iron, zinc, and magnesium are less available for absorption. In short, you may be doing more work to digest your food, getting less nutrition from the same bowl, and feeling more discomfort afterward. Why this matters more at 60 plus. As we get older, stomach acid decreases, digestive enzymes become less active, the gut lining becomes more sensitive. This means your body isn't as efficient at breaking down undercooked grains, leading to bloating, sluggishness, and nutrient loss. What looks like a quick, healthy breakfast may actually be putting unnecessary strain on your digestive system. Real life story. Peter, age 69, Phoenix, Arizona. Peter loved saving time in the morning. He microwaved his oats for 1 minute, stirred in some banana, and was out the door. But he kept telling me, "I feel gassy every morning. I thought it was the fruit, but it doesn't happen with anything else." When we reviewed his routine, I suggested he try cooking his oats on the stove for just a few extra minutes or microwaving longer with water and intermittent stirring. 1 week later, he came back with a smile. "I feel so much better. I didn't know that a little more cooking could make such a difference." How to properly cook oats without overdoing it. Rolled oats, old-fashioned. Simmer in water for 5-7 minutes, stirring gently. Or microwave with plenty of water for 2-3 minutes, stirring halfway through. Still cut oats. simmer for 15-20 minutes, or use the soak then cook method. They should be tender but still slightly chewy, never crunchy. Tip: if your oats feel gummy or hard in the center, they're not done yet. Goal: soft, creamy, and easy on your gut without being mushy. That's mistake number 7 coming next. Takeaway from mistake number 6. When you rush your oats, you rob yourself of the comfort, nutrition, and digestion benefits they can truly offer. Give your oats the time they deserve, and your body will thank you with better digestion, less bloating, and more energy to enjoy your day. Coming up next, we'll talk about the other end of the spectrum when you cook your oats too much and they turn into a sticky, lifeless paste. Mistake number 7. Overcooking oats when texture and nutrition break down. Let's tackle that in the next section. Huge mistake number 7. Overcooking oats when texture and nutrition break down. If undercooked oats leave your stomach feeling uneasy, overcooked oats create an entirely different problem, one that affects your appetite, satisfaction, and even nutrition. You know what I'm talking about. That bowl of oatmeal that turns into a gluey, sticky, tasteless mush. It's hard to swallow, bland, and leaves you wondering why you even bother. But isn't soft oatmeal easier to digest, especially for seniors? Yes, to a point. But when you overdo it, you don't just lose texture, you lose nutritional value and satisfaction. Let me explain. What happens when you overcook oats? Cooking oats too long, especially on high heat, causes several issues. Breaks down the fiber too much, making it digest too fast. Destroys heat-sensitive nutrients like B vitamins and antioxidants. Creates a thick, glue-like consistency that's harder to enjoy. Causes you to feel full too quickly, but hungry again soon after. This is especially true if you cook oats on high for more than 10-12 minutes. Let them sit too long on warm. Use too little liquid or stir too aggressively. Why this affects seniors differently. Older adults already face decreased appetite, dull taste perception, a need for slower digesting meals to stabilize blood sugar and keep energy steady. Overcooked oats become too easy to digest, faster blood sugar spikes. Lack texture or aroma, reduce eating enjoyment, make your body feel unsatisfied, leading to more snacking later on. Real life story. Mary, age 72, Raleigh, North Carolina. Mary called herself the queen of soft food. She thought cooking everything until it was mush was safest for her digestion. Her oatmeal routine: I boil it for 15 minutes until it's almost like pudding. But she noticed she felt full after just a few bites, was hungry again by 10 a.m., and food felt more like a chore than a pleasure. We changed her approach. Simmered her oats gently for 5-6 minutes, just until tender. Added almond milk after cooking for creaminess. Stirred in fresh fruit and a dash of cinnamon for natural flavor. She came back and said, "I'm enjoying food again. It feels like breakfast, not baby food." How to cook oats just right. Here's how to avoid turning your oats into paste. Use medium to low heat. Stick to the suggested cooking times. Rolled oats, 5-7 minutes. Steel cut oats, 15-20 minutes. Stir occasionally, but gently. Use enough liquid, 2 parts water or milk to 1 part oats. Turn off the heat while they're still slightly loose. They'll thicken as they cool. If you like a smoother texture, consider using instant oats occasionally rather than overcooking whole oats. Takeaway from mistake number 7. Oatmeal should be comforting, not clumpy, sticky, or boring. Perfectly cooked oats are creamy, yet textured, nutrient dense, satisfying to the senses, and easy on your body. Remember, cooking is a science, but it's also an art. And when it comes to oatmeal, less is often more. Up next, let's look at a common mistake that happens before you even add your toppings and has everything to do with the liquid you choose. Large. Mistake number 8. Using the wrong liquid to cook your oats. The creaminess that costs you. We'll dive into that next. Number 8. Using the wrong liquid to cook your oats, the creaminess that cost you. Let's be honest, we all want our oatmeal to taste good. So when we hear that using milk instead of water makes oatmeal richer and creamier, it's easy to think, that must be healthier too, right? Not necessarily. In fact, cooking oats directly in milk, especially cow's milk, can lead to problems with texture, digestion, and even nutrient loss. And this mistake is especially important for older adults who need to get the most out of every bite. What actually happens when you cook oats in milk? While it seems like a simple swap, there's a real chemical reaction happening in your pot. The protein in milk, casein, and whey binds with the starch in oats. This creates a thick, sticky texture that may feel creamy at first, but quickly turns into clumpy and pasty. And it gets worse. High heat from cooking destroys some of the milk's nutrients, especially B12 and riboflavin. It also denatures milk proteins, making them harder to digest, particularly for seniors with sensitive stomachs. So you're left with a bowl that feels heavier on the stomach, lower nutritional value, and potentially more digestive discomfort after eating. Why this affects seniors more? As we age, our digestive enzymes decline. Many older adults experience mild lactose intolerance, even if they drank milk fine in their youth. We need to maximize nutrient absorption with every meal. That's why using the wrong cooking liquid, even something as simple as milk, can unintentionally cause bloating or cramping, less energy after meals, and reduced absorption of critical nutrients. Real life story. James, age 74, Sacramento, California. James told me he had started making oatmeal every morning with whole milk instead of water, thinking it was better for calcium and protein. But he started noticing his oatmeal became too thick to finish. He felt tired after breakfast, and he experienced bloating, which was new for him. I recommended a simple change. Cook oats in water first, then stir in milk or plant-based milk after cooking. Once the pot is off the heat, within days, James noticed it tastes better, goes down easier, and I don't feel sluggish after eating. The best way to combine oats and milk. If you enjoy the flavor and nutrition of milk, you don't have to give it up, just use it at the right time. Here's the ideal approach. Cook your oats in water. Use a 2-to-1 water to oats ratio. Once the oats are soft and nearly done, remove from heat. Stir in a splash of dairy milk or unsweetened almond, oat, or soy milk. Add your toppings, fresh fruit, nuts, seeds, cinnamon. This method keeps your oatmeal light, creamy, and digestible with all the nutrients intact. Takeaway from mistake number 8. What you cook your oats in matters. The right liquid can enhance digestion, flavor, and nutrition. The wrong one can turn your breakfast into a bellyache. Use water to cook. Add milk after. It's a simple shift that makes a big difference. Coming up next, we'll cover a tiny detail that most people skip, but that can completely change the flavor of your oats and help you naturally reduce your sugar cravings. Mistake number 9. Skipping the salt when bland oats lead to more sugar. Huge. Let's talk about that next. Huge. Mistake number 9. Skipping the salt when bland oats lead to more sugar. This one surprises people the most. When I suggest adding a pinch of salt to their oatmeal, many older adults say, "But I'm trying to eat heart healthy. Isn't salt bad for blood pressure?" Fair question. But here's what most people don't realize. It's not about loading your oats with sodium, it's about balance. A tiny amount of salt isn't just safe, it can improve flavor, reduce the need for added sugar, and even help your body function better. Let me explain why. Why salt matters in oatmeal. Oats by themselves are bland. Without seasoning, they can taste flat, which often leads people to unconsciously add more honey, brown sugar, or sweetened toppings just to make them enjoyable. But when you add just a pinch of salt, something magical happens. The natural sweetness of fruit comes through more clearly. The flavors of nuts, cinnamon, or vanilla become richer and deeper. Your oatmeal becomes satisfying and complete without extra sweeteners. It's the same reason bakers use salt in cookies, not to make them salty, but to enhance the flavor. The science behind salt and sugar. Studies show that salt enhances sweet flavors and improves the overall taste complexity of a dish. That means you can use less sugar, still enjoy a delicious, satisfying bowl, and reduce your overall calorie and carb load, which is critical for managing blood sugar. But what about blood pressure? This is an important point, especially for those over 60. We're not talking about table salt overload here. We're talking about 1/8 teaspoon or less per serving. Add it during cooking, so it dissolves and disperses evenly. That small amount won't negatively impact your blood pressure, especially if the rest of your diet is rich in potassium from fruits, vegetables, and beans, and low in processed foods. In fact, if your oatmeal tastes better and you stop adding sugar, that's a net win for your heart. Real life story. Dorothy, age 68, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Dorothy told me she was frustrated with how bland her oatmeal tasted, so she kept adding honey or flavored yogurt to fix it. When I asked if she ever used salt, she replied, "No way, I've avoided salt for years." I encouraged her to try just a pinch, literally 2 fingers during cooking. The next week she told me, "I didn't need the honey. I actually tasted the oats for the first time and liked them." How to add salt the right way. Use fine sea salt or Himalayan salt for a clean taste. Add it while cooking, not after, so it melts evenly and seasons the whole dish. Stick to just a pinch per serving, about 1/8 teaspoon or less. Avoid salt blends with added MSG or artificial flavors. Takeaway from mistake number 9. A little salt goes a long way in flavor, satisfaction, and health. By enhancing the natural sweetness of your oats, you reduce the urge for added sugar, which protects your metabolism, your heart, and your waistline. Next time you're cooking oatmeal, don't forget the salt shaker, just use it wisely. And now, we're down to the final and possibly most dangerous mistake of all. Number 10, relying too much on oatmeal when a superfood isn't enough. In the final section, we'll talk about why no single food, not even oatmeal, can do it all. Calm. Mistake number 10, relying too much on oatmeal when a superfood isn't enough. By now, you know that oatmeal can be an incredible breakfast choice. It's rich in fiber, supports heart health, balances blood sugar, and even helps with digestion. But here's the truth, and it's something many people, especially seniors, often forget. No single food, no matter how healthy, can meet all your body's needs. And yes, that includes oatmeal. When oatmeal becomes a crutch, I've seen it over and over again. Patients say, "I eat oatmeal every single day, it's my go-to, I don't need anything else for breakfast." But over time, they begin to notice energy levels start to drop. Memory and focus aren't what they used to be. Muscle tone starts to fade. And lab work shows low levels of B12, iron, or omega-3s. How is that possible when they've been eating so clean? Because even the best foods have gaps. What oatmeal doesn't provide. Despite all its benefits, oatmeal lacks some of the critical nutrients seniors need to thrive, including vitamin B12, essential for memory, energy, and nerve health. Complete protein, needed to maintain muscle and strength. Healthy fats, especially omega-3s, which fight inflammation and support brain health. Heme iron, the most absorbable form found in animal-based foods. Vitamin D, important for bone health and immunity. Eating oatmeal alone every day without diversity in your diet can create nutritional imbalances over time. Real life story. Robert, age 75, Albany, New York. Robert was proud of his routine. For years, he ate oatmeal every morning, no sugar, no junk food, just oats, fruit, and a bit of almond milk. But he came to me feeling tired all the time, foggy in the afternoons, and weak. Even though he tried to stay active, his lab work showed low B12, mild anemia, vitamin D deficiency. We added variety back into his mornings. Oatmeal 3-4 times a week. Eggs, whole grain toast, or Greek yogurt on other days. Salmon once or twice a week for omega-3s. A B12 supplement. After consulting his doctor, within 6 weeks, Robert said, It's like someone turned the lights back on in my body. How to build a complete breakfast routine without giving up oatmeal. Oatmeal can still be part of a healthy weekly routine, but don't make it your only routine. Rotate your mornings with eggs plus veggies plus whole grain toast, Greek yogurt plus berries plus nuts, smoothies with protein powder, greens, and avocado. Oatmeal the right way. 2-4 times per week. When you do eat oatmeal, add protein, eggs, yogurt, seeds, include healthy fats, nuts, nut butters, chia. Pair with foods rich in vitamin C to help absorb iron. Make sure your other meals fill in the gaps. Final takeaway: oatmeal is a great start, but not the whole plan. Don't fall into the superfood trap. Even the best foods need support from a well-rounded, colorful, and varied diet. Think of oatmeal as a foundation, not a fortress. When paired with smart choices, it can absolutely help. Keep your heart healthy, stabilize your weight, balance your blood sugar, and support graceful aging. But when used alone, it's simply not enough. Before you go, if you've made it to the end of this video, give yourself credit. You've just learned more about oatmeal than 90% of the population, and now you have the tools to build a smarter bowl of oatmeal, avoid blood sugar spikes, protect your digestion, and finally, get all the anti-aging benefits this powerful grain has to offer. Oz. If this video helped you, please hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it, maybe a friend, spouse, or parent who still thinks oatmeal can do no wrong. And remember, healthy aging is about progress, not perfection. Every small change you make, every smarter bite you take adds up to a longer, more vibrant life. I'm Dr. Richard Miller, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care of yourself and your breakfast bowl.